Let's upgrade this a fair amount. Bloodstone chunk times 8. Yeah. Yeah, a blood rock. So I'm not going to use that, but now we have a weapon that is in line with what we're looking for. If I'm going to be leveling Blood Tinge somewhat, let's look at what this weapon looks like now. Pretty good, honestly. Blood attack. Is that bonus attack on top of... I mean, it has a weapon. It has a gun on it. Right? That is what that is, right? It is a gun. So I guess I can use a torch with this, huh? Or I can have two guns, which... is kind of interesting. I don't know. Let's go and mess with it a little bit, shall we? Back to Forsaken Castle Canehurst, and we'll see how we fare against these enemies. It doesn't seem like my damage is incredibly good, but I don't know if that's actually doing additional blood damage on top of my initial strike. I'm assuming it is, and it's not relying entirely upon... There you are. It's not relying entirely upon... Well, it did a decent amount of damage. Not as much as I might have expected. Are you shitting me right now? Yeah, no, this is significantly better than I was doing before. And that's in its extended form, it's that fast. Ow. These bug creatures sure do love leaping on top of you. Not bad. Not bad. Not quite what I was expecting to... Well, I mean, it's really fast, and it pretty much stun locks them, so... I can't justifiably be dissatisfied by this experience. And maybe it's against the spirit of the game. But I really don't want to go back and fight through all those things again. I navigated my way. Perhaps I will at some point. Just to say that I did it, but... and truthfully, had I noticed that the weapon was actually there to begin with, I would have done it. Is this the way I'm supposed to be going? No. Nay. Can I kill you? Oh, God. They really didn't like that. Their screams seem to make me take more damage when they hit me, or something along those lines. I'm not quite sure. That staggered me quite a bit. And that interrupted my healing. Oh! I can't heal! That's what that does. Well, that's just lovely now, isn't it? Oh. Yeah. Interesting. One thing I did forget to do was take a look at my, what do you call it? Are they runes? Are they something else? Signs? I'm not quite sure. But I can take a look at those. I'm assuming at this point I've looted some valuable ones, although I can't remember the last time I actually made an effort to change them. Look at my character more appropriately. Yeah. A lot of busy work right now, and I apologize for that matter. I also apologize for not fighting my way through that entire castle, which admittedly may have proved more frustrating than then it would be worth, but I'd like to go back there and make sure I didn't miss anything at some point. Do I require souls to etch things into my mind? No, it doesn't seem that I do. Max stamina 10%. More echoes from slain enemies. All types of resistance plus 100. That's interesting. Lake is okay. More blood echoes from visceral attacks. I like the visceral attacks restore 200 HP. Ooh, vials. Increased vial capacity is tempting. Do I not have anything? I still don't have, let me take a look here. Yeah, use these. Gold blood gem. Are these things that I equip in that slot? They're all I could think of. I have not come across anything else. Tier blood gem. Let's see here. No, they're not. What are they? Are they keys? They're not keys. That's very interesting. Are they? Oh, they're weapon. Oh. Definitely for this one. Let's see. Blood tinge scaling plus 13.5. Seems quite good. Can I only put one of these in? Or can I put all three in there? Tier blood gem. HP continues to recover plus 2. Boosts rally potential, physical attack up, blood tinge scaling. I think gold's pretty good. HP continuing to recover is interesting, but not something I think is entirely necessary. Alright, busy work done. Let's go and try and fight as a boss, shall we? Really get into the nitty-gritty of what exactly we're dealing with. Because up to this point, he hasn't really showed his hand. Doesn't seem too incredibly difficult. Also, I'm curious as to the damage differential between... Hey there. Between this, 173, oh, interesting transformation, and 121. You know, I should probably just die. Yeah. I actually really like how fast this weapon is. And while it's an interesting concept, and works quite well thematically, I think, weapon transformations are less exciting than I believe them to be, because I prefer a consistent and well-tuned moveset over something of perhaps more diversity. I don't know where the gun goes. I guess it goes, like, down and back? It's difficult to see exactly. Stop that. Yeah, scream all you want. You're not gonna get anything on me. Stop that. But, like, come on. Who's gonna bother clearing that entire room? Especially every time they have to fight this boss. We have... As opposed to... It's only slightly slower. It'll all depend on the state of the boss. Let's try and fight this guy up here. I say try. We're going to succeed in killing him. I killed these guys with my horrible, inadequate little whip. Pretty good. Pretty good. I am not dissatisfied with this. But yeah, some people might find it a bit underwhelming. It's not a cane that transforms into a whip, but it's just a solid weapon with a slightly variable moveset, which I would equate to the difference between power stancing and normal stancing, or perhaps two-handing and one-handing weapons in Dark Souls, which I just preferred consistency to grandiose diversity. Although I'll admit the concept of that cane whip is super fucking rad. Only thing that can make it better if it's a Michael Caine whip. Okay, this guy hurts. I've currently done more damage than I ever succeeded in doing last time I was fighting him. Something I find rather interesting in this boss's design is his scythe is actually quite small. I mean, relatively small. Ow. Oh, that goes through that and explodes. Lovely. Learning experience. Perhaps I'm wasting some blood vials that need not be wasted. Well, I'm almost certainly doing that, actually. Ugh. But yeah, the size of his... Ow. I really don't know how to effectively do much of anything against that attack, honestly, other than just get lucky. The size of his scythe suggests that it's not so much used for, Ow. Ow. Where does that... I don't understand. I'm not quite understanding how exactly that move travels. Like, I understand it travels through objects, but in what direction exactly? Can I knock him off the edge, I wonder? This looks really bad. And maybe I shouldn't be in the area? That was lucky. Ow. 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 You know, I deserved all the damage I took there. Oh, now we're flying, are we? He really is a Grim Reaper. Okay. I dislike enemies that jump up in the air because... Ow, ow. Oh, God. Please, no. I'm dead. Shit. Alright, well, not too bad. Not too terrible. We actually got him slightly below half health, which is pretty good. Mater Ligarius. I have a decent stock of blood vials, and honestly, I didn't use that many in that fight, so I'm not too concerned about it. I prefer the rapier. Yeah. It's just got solid moves to it and does enough damage. It's not that much slower than its shortened form, so I think this is probably my favorite state. I did lose a majority of my range, but admittedly I was relying on my range mostly because of the lack of damage that I was doing, not because I actually needed to fight things at a range. There are only a few enemies that I would actually prefer to keep